Here we go guys, this is the demo of our application. If you observe the URL, the application is already deployed to Heroku, and this is the navbar, and bottom of the navbar we are having the filtering section. We can filter the pizzas using the names as well as the category, that may be a veg or non-veg. And bottom of the filter section we are having the actual pizzas, and in the navbar we are having the login as well as the cart. So let's start with the login and registration. Here I will click on the login. So this is the login screen. So if you haven't signed up in this application, we need to click on the click here to register link. So this is the click here to registration. Now I am going to register with some user details. Name is equal to Victor. Email is equal to victor123@gmail.com. And I will write password is equal to 123456. Here also password is equal to 123456. Register. Here you can see we got the message user registered successfully. Now we can log in with these user details. Click here to login. Now you can enter the details. victor123@gmail.com. Here we need to enter the password. Login. Now you can see in the home page the user got updated in the navbar. So before getting logged in, we have the login link here. After getting logged in, we'll be seeing the user name, current user name. So now we can add the any item to our cart. So now I am going to add this first pizza and the second pizza to our cart. Here you can see the cart count is increased. Now I am going to click on it. Here you can see we have two items in the cart. So from this cart page we can increase the quantity of our pizza and we can decrease the quantity, we can delete it. So the cart page is completely dynamic. So whenever you click on the update, here you can see the subtotal is also updating here. Whenever you decrease also, the subtotal will update here. And in the home page also we are having everything dynamic only. Let me show you an example. So for every pizza we are having some variants and we are having quantity up to 1. Suppose if you change the variant, the price of the pizza updated dynamically. Here by default every pizza is having the small variant. Now I am going to update it to the medium. Here you can see the price updated successfully. Now I am going to edit the quantity. By default quantity is 1. Now I am going to change it to 3. Here you can see again the price is updated. So everything is dynamic. So we are going to achieve this dynamic functionality with the help of Redux as well as the Redux thunk. We are going to perform all the asynchronous operations in this application using the Redux thunk only. So if you refresh the page also, you can able to get the same results. Here you can see the cart is having the again two items. Now I will show you the examples of filtering products. So by default we are having the 6 pizzas. So in these 6 pizzas we are having both veg pizzas as well as the non-veg pizzas. Now I am going to select only veg pizzas. You need to select veg and you need to click on this filter. Here you can see now we have only 4 pizzas. These are veg. Now I am going to change it to the non-veg. Click on filter. Here you can see now we have only 2 products. If you select all, you can able to see all the pizzas without any filtering. Here you can see, and we can also perform the searching. So here I am going to search pepper. Click on filter. Here you can see now I got the result which is having the name pepper. So if you remove the everything from search and if you click on filter, now we will get all the products. So this is about the filtering. And here in the navbar for the user profile we are having two things. The first one is orders and the second one is logout. So logout is simple, we need not to explain it. Now I will click on the orders. Here you can see the user orders is empty because the user registered now itself. Now I am going to place an order from this account. Already we are having 2 items in the cart. Now I am going to click the pay now. After clicking the pay now, you will get the Stripe payment window. Here we have to edit the details. I am going to write the payment details victor123@gmail.com. This is my email and name is equal to Victor and street is equal to like this. I am going to enter my street and I will click on the payment info. Here I will write all my details. Here I will write my expiry date, CVV. Here you can see we have pay, price is equal to 400. Here you can observe here price is equal to 400. Click on pay. So the payment is processed. Now you can see the loading icon and you got the message your order placed successfully. Now let's go to the navbar and open user profile. Click on the orders. Here you can see, you can able to see the latest orders. So we have ordered one pepper barbecue chicken, which is small quantity, and one non-veg supreme gold, which is also small quantity. So these are the two items, and this is the address that we have given for the delivery, and this is the order info. So the order amount, date, transaction ID, order ID, all those things, etc. And we can track entire the state of application using the admin panel. So a specific user is having the admin access. So here the vector is registered now itself. So this vector is not having the admin access. Suppose if you want to give the admin access to this vector, you need to open MongoDB and you have to make some changes in the MongoDB. So now I will open with the admin access account. Here you can see, now I have logged out with the Victor user. Now I am logged in with the XYZ. So this XYZ user is having the admin access in the MongoDB, and this XYZ user only can access the admin panel in the application. So to access the admin panel, we just need to type admin in the slash. So here this is the admin panel. So as I said, in this admin panel we can track through the status of our application. So we can see the users, we can see the pizzas, and we can add new pizza, and we can see all the orders. You can see this is the latest order. So Victor 123, which is placed now, amount is equal to 400, date is equal to this. So from the admin axis, we can change the delivery status. By default, the status of the delivery will be this button, deliver. That means just order is placed. So if you click deliver button, the order will be changed to delivered status. Now I'm going to click the deliver button for this latest order. Here you can see we got the alert pop-up, order delivered. If you click on OK, the order status will be updated. Here you can see the order status is updated. So we are going to track everything from the admin panel. So we can add the new pizza by giving the details, name, small variant price, medium variant price, large variant price, category, description, all those things. And we can see the pizzas list, and we can delete the pizza, and we can update the pizza from the admin panel. You can see we can edit all the pizza details, and we can also see the users. And if you want to delete any user from our application also, you can delete it. So this is the fully loaded e-commerce application in which we are selling the food items, especially pizza. Now let's go to the user panel. So in the user panel, if you observe, we are also having the beautiful animations. Here you can see, if I scroll, you can able to observe the animation. If I click on the cart also, you can able to observe the animations which are coming from the top. So we are going to do everything which is necessary in the pizza delivery application. So here I want to confirm one thing. This is not a course to Intro to Node.js or Intro to React.js. So this is a full stack pizza delivery application. So to take this course, you must have some basic knowledge about React, Redux, Redux Thunk, as well as the Node.js. Then only you should be able to take this course. Thank you. See you in the course. Welcome back, guys. In this lecture, we are going to start the coding in our application. So this is the deployed version which is deployed in Heroku. So this is our project URL. So first and foremost, we have to create an empty folder. So I have created empty folder in my local disk F. So click on this PC. So this is my local disk F, and this is my project folder, MERN pizza. So in this folder only we are going to create new React application. So let me open this folder in the VS Code. So here click on the file, click on the open folder, and now we need to select our newly created folder. So this is our folder name, MERN pizza. Select folder. You can see over here we got the MERN pizza folder in the VS Code, and the folder is empty. So first we have to create the front end, that means client side files. So let me create the new React application using the terminal. Click on the terminal, select new terminal. So now with the help of the npx create react app command, we have to create the new React app. So you just need to type npx create react app followed by the application name. So we are going to call our React application as client and our node application as server. So that's the reason I'm going to write our React application name as client, CLIENT, and press enter. It will start installing the client application in our MERN pizza folder. So it may take some time depending upon our system as well as net performance. Here you can see guys, a new React application with the name client is created in our project folder. So now let me navigate into this client folder to run the application. You just need to type cd followed by the folder name client. So now we are in the client folder, and to execute this React application we just need to type the command npm start. Press enter. So it will start executing this client application. Here you can see the application executed successfully and it is running on the localhost 3000. So you just need to run localhost 3000 in the Google Chrome to see the output. So in the next tab I am going to run the localhost 3000. Here you can see this is the new React application output and it is default for all the new React applications. Now I am going to remove all the stuff in the app.js and I'll write one h1 text. Click on the app.js, remove all the header part and write one h1 text with the project title shape pizza. Control S. So the changes will be automatically applied in the React application, which is called as the hot loading feature. So here you can see all the default stuff has gone. Now we have only one h1 text in the app.js. So this is about the setuping of client application, that means front end application. In the next lecture we are going to write the actual components and the screens. Thank you. Welcome back guys. In the previous lecture we have completed the setup of our front end React application. So in this lecture we are going to create our first component in the project, which is called as the Navbar component. So here you can see this is the Navbar component, and as I said in the introduction video, we are going to use the Bootstrap framework for our styling, and this is also the Bootstrap Navbar. So let me import the Bootstrap in our project first. So you can import the Bootstrap using the CDN links as well as the npm package. So I am going to install it using the npm package only. First of all, I will terminate the job in the console. Now I am going to install it. Npm install Bootstrap. Press enter. So Bootstrap is one of the most used CSS framework, and if you want to use the Bootstrap using the CDN links, you just need to copy the CDN link and you just need to place that link in the index.html file. So we can use the Bootstrap in the two ways. So here you can see npm package Bootstrap has been installed successfully. Now I am going to restart the application. Npm start. Press enter. So now let me import the Bootstrap in the app.js. So it will be imported automatically to the all child components directly. Import Bootstrap from. So Bootstrap is present in the node modules. That's the reason first we have to navigate into the node modules folder. // node modules / here we need to type Bootstrap. Then we need to select a dist folder. Then we need to select CSS, and at the last you just need to type bootstrap.min.css. bootstrap.min.css. Press Ctrl S. So now we have successfully imported the Bootstrap in our application. Now let me open the Bootstrap documentation for the Navbar. So you just need to type Bootstrap Navbar in the Google. Bootstrap Navbar. So there are more than 5 types of navbars in the Bootstrap. So we are going to use one simple navbar which is having the title and some elements. So we do not have any drop down and search list like this. We are going to copy the simplest one. So this is our navbar. So in this we are only having the title of the navbar and the child elements. So you just need to copy this nav element. So copy the code from here and you just need to paste it in the Navbar component. So before pasting we have to create a folder for all our components. So in the src folder I am going to create a new folder with the name components. Press enter. Now I am going to create the new component which is called as the navbar.js. So in this navbar.js I am going to write the functional component rfc, and in this div I am going to paste the code that we have copied from the Bootstrap documentation. So paste it here. So after pasting we need to make some changes because React doesn't support the class attribute. So that's the reason wherever the class is present you just need to change it to the class name. So first of all let me format the document. Ctrl S. and now click on the Control F. So first of all we have to find where the class is present. So wherever the class is present, you need to change to the class name. So you just need to replace the class with class name, and now we need to press enter for all the times. So here you can see it is changing automatically. Class name, here also class name, and at the top also we have to change. For the button also we have to change. Span, div, that's it. So all the classes has changed to class names now. So close this and press Ctrl S. So now we just need to add this navbar component in the app.js, because navbar is common for every screen. So let me remove this h1 text and add the navbar component. So I am using the auto import snippets. So whenever I type the component name in the app.js, it will be imported automatically at the top. Ctrl S. So let me check the output. So refresh the page, because we have imported external package. Here you can see now we got the bootstrap navbar. So now we just need to edit this navbar to look like this. So first of all we have to remove these elements, because we need only 4 links. So in the official documentation by default we got 4 links, but we need only 2 links, login and cart. So let me remove the 2 links first. So I am going to remove the bottom 2 links. That's it. Ctrl S. Let me check. Here you can see now we have only 2 links. Now let me change the color of the navbar. So to change the color of the navbar, first remove this navbar light and bg light classes from the navbar. Ctrl S. So now the navbar color is white. So now let me add the font. So we are going to use the Montserrat's font. So to use that, it is an external font. That's the reason we have to import it from the Google Fonts. Google Fonts. So here type Mont. So you can use your favorite font. I am going to use my font, Montserrat. So I am going to copy this Montserrat semi-bold font. Here you can see this one. Click on the select this style, and now we need to import it. Copy the import statement for this font and paste it in the index.css. In the index.css I am going to write this. That's it. And in the body I am going to apply the font. So to apply the font, you just need to copy the font names here and paste it in the body tag. So it will be applied to all the child elements automatically. Important, because we are overriding the bootstrap classes. Ctrl S. Now let's check. Here you can see all the fonts color of the font style of the navbar is changed. So now I am going to bring this home and futures at the right side of the navbar. So to bring that, you just need to add one class, that is ML auto. So for the UL element, you can see all the LI elements are present in the parent element which is called as the UL. So for this UL we need to add one class which is called as the ML auto. ML auto. Ctrl S. Let me check. Here you can see now we have home and futures at the right side of the page. Now let me change these names to the login and cart. So you can see we have login and cart. Let me change it. So remove this span and remove the active class for the home, and here I am going to change it to the login, and I am going to replace these futures with cart. Ctrl S. Here you can see login and cart is changed. So now I am going to override the color of these navbar elements. I am going to replace this blue with the black color. You can see in our deployed version the colors are black. So let me change it. So to change the navbar elements color, we need to write the styling for this class, navlink class. You can apply the inline styling, or if you want to write the styling in the CSS, you can write in the CSS. So if you want to dump everything in the same file, you just need to write the inline styling. If you want to make it everything clear and separate, we need to write the styling in the index.css. So let me write the styling in the index.css only. I am going to apply the styling for .navlink class, because the nav elements are present in this class only. So .nav-link. So I'm going to apply color is equal to black. I'm going to apply important property, Control S. Here you can see login and cart are now changed to the black color. Now let me change the color of this heading also. So the heading color class is Navbar brand, I think so. Let me check it. Here you can see the Navbar is present in the Navbar brand. So you just need to override the styling for this Navbar brand class. So dot Navbar brand. Here also I will apply styling is equal to color black, and if you want to increase the font size also you can increase. So as of now keep it like this only, and at the last we are going to add the shadow for this Navbar. So to add shadow, again we need to visit the Bootstrap documentation for shadow. So Bootstrap shadow, click on the shadows, and now I'm going to copy the larger shadow. So if you want to copy the larger shadow, you just need to copy this one, class name, and paste it in the Navbar class. So at the parent we have to paste it here. Let me check the output. So here you can see now we got the Navbar with the shadow like this. So if you want to increase the size of this heading, you can increase it. First of all, let me change it because it is looking like just Navbar. Let me change it to our project title. So I'll write Shape Pizza. Control S. That's it. So it's looking like normal. So by this we have completed the design in the Navbar. So in the next lecture we are going to focus on the home screen. Thank you. Welcome back guys. In the previous lecture we have completed the design of the Navbar. So now in this lecture we are going to design the home screen. So before getting started, first we have to understand the design of the home screen in the deployed version. So this is the home screen. So for every row we are having the 3 objects, that means 3 pizzas. So for every pizza we are having one item which is called as the pizza component. So in that item we are having different properties like the pizza name, image, variants, quantity, price, and add to cart button, etc. So first of all, to design this page we should have the data. So as of now we do not have any MongoDB or Node.js or any React, Redux stores, etc. So first we should design this home page with the help of the static data. Then we can add that static data to the MongoDB, and then we can design the same home page while working with the Node.js also. So let me show you the static data that we are going to use for this lecture. So this is the static data which is present in the pizzas data.file. So I'm going to give this file in the resources. You can use it for the static purpose. So let me open the Chrome here. So now I'm going to explain this by using these objects. So for every iteration we are going to render one pizza component. So here you can see we have an array. In this array we have total 6 objects, that means 6 pizzas details. So for every object we are having some properties. The first one is name. Here you can see this is the name of the pizza, and the second one is variants. So here you can see variants is an array. In that array we are having different types of variants like small, medium, large, etc. So if I expand this, you can see small, medium, large, etc. So this is the second property in the object, and the third one is prices. So for the prices also we are having one property which is called as the array. So in that array we are having one object. So for every variant we are having the different price. For small variant we are having price is equal to 250. For medium variant we are having price is equal to 350, and for large variant we are having price is equal to 400, and this is permitted up to only the first object. If you go to the second object the price may vary. So we are focusing only on the first object to understand the structure of the data that we are going to use for the pizza item. So we are having these name, variants, prices, and then we are having the category. So category may be veg or non-veg, and we are having the image. So you can see this is the image. We are going to fetch this image by using the URL. So and the last one is description. If you click on any item we will get the product description. This is the description. So this is the basic structure of the pizza item. So while we are working with the Node.js we can get these details from the backend. So but as of now we do not have any Node.js or MongoDB. We are focusing only on the front end. That's the reason. So for this lecture purpose, we are going to use this static data, and as I said, I am going to provide this file in the resources, and we should use this file for only the up to this section purpose only. When we start Node.js in this application, we can remove it, because when we start Node.js, we will get the data from the backend only by using the MongoDB. So for every object, that means for every pizza, the data format will be same. So if you observe the second pizza, here also name, variants, prices, categories, etc. So this is the JSON format data, and by using this data only, we are going to design our home page. So let me expand this and now we are going to add this pizzas data.js file in the our src folder. So let me open this and I'll copy this and I'll paste it in the src folder. Yeah, here you can see this is the pizzas data.json file. So please replace it with the .js file, because we cannot write the const and var in the .json files. You just need to replace it with the extension .js. So I'll provide you the .js file only, you need not to change. Yeah, now it's looking fine. So first of all, I will format this document to understand the data format very clearly. Format document, Control S. So you can see, so whatever the data present in the curly brace, which will be treated as one object. So from here to here, one object, that means one pizza. So for every pizza, we are having the properties like name, variant, prices, etc. So now we have to fetch this data in the home screen. So as of now, we do not have any home screen. Let me create the screens folder first. So in the src folder, I am going to create new one, screens. So whatever the components we are adding in the components folder, they will be reused. That means we can use these components in more than one screen, and screens are the constant ones, we cannot reuse. So that's the reason I am going to write the naming convention like this. I am going to write the first screen as home screen, or you can write the home page also, home screen.js. So in this home screen.js, first I am going to write one functional component, RFC. Control S, H1. So in this I am going to import the products data first. That means here products are nothing but pizzas. So let me import this. So before importing, first we have to write the array name and we need to export it from this file. So I'll write const pizzas equal to. So I'll write export here, export default pizzas. That's it. So now we need to write import pizzas from pizzas data. Import pizzas from /pizzas data. So to check whether we have imported successfully or not, we can write the length of this pizzas array. So in the h1 text, I am going to write pizzas.length. Control S. Now I am going to add this home screen in the app.js. So bottom of the navbar, we have to add the home screen. Home screen. Control S. That's it, guys. Now let me check the output. Here you can see we got the output 6. That means there are total 6 objects in our pizzas array. Let me verify it. So here you can see there are total 6 objects. This is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, and this is the last one. So there are 6 objects. So now we need to loop through this pizzas array and we need to render the component for every iteration. So that component is called as the pizza component. So let me explain you with the deployed version. So this is the home screen. So in the home screen, for every iteration, we have to render one component which is called as the pizza component. That means this item. So for every iteration, we have to create one new component. So that is pizza component. Let me create it. So in the components folder, I am going to create new file pizza.js. So here I am going to write the functional component RFC. Control S. So here I am going to receive the props as pizza. So let me write the code in the home screen.js. So first of all, remove this h1 text and let me create one row, bootstrap row. So in this bootstrap row, I am going to write the code. So pizzas dot map. So we are going to map through the pizzas array, and for every iteration we are going to render this pizza. And here I am going to write one div return dot call md4. So because Bootstrap row is having 12 columns, for every iteration we will get one column. So I am going to place 3 columns for every row. That means 3 pizzas. So in this call md4 I am going to create one child div. In this div I am going to write the pizza component. That's it. So for this pizza component I am going to pass the props as pizza only is equal to pizza. Control S. So now I am going to receive this pizza in this component. So already we have written the pizza props. So let me write the h1 text, and I am going to write the pizza.name. Control S. So let me refresh the page. So here you can see we got the details. So this is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. So we got the pizza child component for every iteration. So now we can add the remaining properties like image, categories, prices, etc. So let me observe the deployed version. So first we have to show the name of the pizza, then we have to show the image. So let me add some styling to the h1 text. First of all I will decrease it. So in the index.css I am going to write the h1 text size as font size. I will write 20 pixels. Important. Control S. Yeah, now it's working fine. So now I am going to add the image. After the h1 text we need to render the image. So the image property name is, let me open pizzas.json. Sorry. Close everything. So where is it? Yeah. So for the image we have to use the property name as image only. So after the h1 text I am going to write img src is equal to pizza.img pizza.img. Control S, and I am going to use the class name as img fluid. Class name is equal to img fluid. Control S. Let me check the output. Refresh. So we didn't got the output. So pizza.image, not img. We have to use the property image. Now it should work. So here you can see now we got the images. So first of all let me decrease the height of the images. So you can use the inline styling as well as the index.css styling. Let me write the inline styling for the image. Height equal to, I'll write 200 px. So it's enough, I think so. Yeah. And I'll apply the width property also. So I'll apply width is equal to 200 px. Yeah, now it's looking good. So after the image we have to write the variants. So we have to write the variants and the quantity side by side. So if you write the display property it will be very lengthy. That's the reason I am going to use the CSS flex box. So I am going to create one div, and for the div I am going to apply the class as flex. So you can add the styling like this very easily. So I'll show you that. First of all create one parent div. So for this parent div apply class name is equal to flex container and for this flex container class apply the display as flex. So let me write it. Yeah, dot flex container display is equal to flex. Important. So now we have to add the two divs. The first div is for variants and the second div is for quantities. So we have to make these two divs side by side. the first div, and this is the second div. In the first div I am going to write one p tag variants. In the second div I am going to write another p tag prices. Control S. So here you can see we got the variants and we also got the prices. So if you want to bring these at the center of the page, you just need to apply the classes as WT100. So here for the div I will apply the class name as W100, that means width 100%, and for this class also I am going to write width is equal to 100%, W100. Control S. Now let's check. So now we got the variants and the prices at the side by side. So now let me add the selection list for the variants. So if you want to observe the data, you just need to visit the pizzas.json, not JSON, data. So pizzas data file. So we are having the variants in the array object. So we have to create one selection list and we have to loop through the variants, and for every iteration we have to render one option with the variant properties. So for the first item we are having 3 variants. For the second item also we are having 3 variants. So like this we are having different variants for different items. So let me loop through the variants array. So in the pizza.js, after the p tag I am going to write pizza.variants.map. So here the object will be variant only. So before writing, first we have to create the selection list. So copy it. We have to write one selection list and remove this name and ID property, and in this selection list we have to write that code. Yeah. So now we just need to return one option. Return option. Sorry. Yeah. So the option will be variant only. Variant. Here also variant. That's it. Control S. So let me check the output. So here you can see we got the selection list with different variants, small, medium, large. So like the same way we are going to use the prices. So now let me observe the prices array. Pizzas data. So for the prices we are having the object, we are having only one object. That's the reason we have to use the index 0 to get this object. So prices of 0 of, we need to write the category. So if you write prices of 0 of small, we will get the value 200. If you write prices of 0 of medium, we will get the value 350. If you write prices of large, we will get the value 400. So you just need to type that. So in the pizza.js, I am going to create one more selection list. Select. Remove this ID and name properties. And here I am going to loop through the prices array. Pizza.prices.map. So here I am going to write the iteration as price. Sorry guys, the second div is not price, it is quantity. The first div is variance and the second div is quantity. So bottom of this variance and quantity we are having the price. So we'll calculate this price later. So in the second div we have to write the selection list for the quantity. And for all the products we are having the quantity is equal to 10 only. So it will be common for all the products. So now we need to create the selection list from options 1 to 10. So remove this. And instead of prices you need to write quantity. Yeah. So remove. So in the selection list I am going to create one empty array with the elements 1 to 10, and I am going to loop through that array. I am going to fetch the options. So to create an empty array you just need to write the curly brace and write the empty brackets followed by the spread operator, and here we need to write array of size 10. So the elements will be 0 to 10. Dot, here we need to write keys. That's it. So keys are nothing but numbers 1 to 10, not 0 to 10, 1 to 10 only. And here we can map it. Map. So in this map we have to give two parameters. So for every time we will give only one parameter in the map function. So but when we are using this empty array with the elements, we have to use the two parameters. The first parameter will be the object. So I am going to write the object name as x, and second parameter will be I, index. So in this case we are going to use the index because we do not have any elements, we have only numbers. So the numbers are located in the indexes. That's the reason we are going to use the index, and we are going to write the 10 options with the help of that indexes. So I'll write return option. So here option, the value will be I plus 1, because index starts with 0 but the quantity should start with only 1. That's the reason we have to use I plus 1. I plus 1. Here also we have to use I plus 1. I plus 1. Control S. That's it guys. Let me check the output. So here you can see we got the quantity property. So for every object we are having 10 quantities. Here you can see 10, 10, here also 10, here also 10. So here we have created one flex container because we have to place these two divs side by side. In the first div we have placed the variance, and in the second div we have placed the quantity. So this is up to the lecture. In the next lecture we are going to discuss about the price properties and this add to cart button, and we are going to style this pizza component. Thank you. Welcome back guys. In the previous lecture we have started the designing of the home page, and we have used the static data for the designing of the home page, and we have rendered a pizza component for every item, every iteration. So now in this lecture we are going to complete this home page designing. So already we have completed almost 60% of the design. Now we have to add the price and the add to cart button. So for this price and add to cart button also I am going to use the flex containers, because we have to place this price and add to cart at the side by side. So if you want to use the display property also you can use, but it is lengthy, and if you use flex container it will be very simple. So already we have implemented the flex container topic in the last lecture only for this quantity and variance purposes. So let me write the remaining code. So bottom of the flex container, let me create another one. So this is the flex container. I am going to create the next one with same value, flex container. So here also I am going to create two divs. The first div will be price and the second div will be add to cart button. So first I am going to write the price. So to calculate the price we have to write some logic. So already we have discussed that logic in the previous lecture. So the price is an array. So here you can see prices is an array. In that array we are having one object. So that's the reason we have to use only 0 index every time. And in that index we have to specify the variant that we have selected. Then we will get the price. So if the user has selected medium, you just need to write prices of medium. Prices of 0 of medium, because it is an object which is present at 0 index. That's the reason if you want to get the value of the 350, you just need to write prices of 0 of medium. If you want to get the value 400, you just need to write prices of 0 of large. That's it. So if I write the code, you will understand better. Let me write it. So before writing, first we have to create two variables at the pizza component. They are quantity and the variant, because we have to know what quantity does the user has selected and what variant does the user has selected. So that's the reason we have to use the two variables. So before using that, let me import the use state here. Use state, and the two variables are const quantity. Here I am going to write set quantity. Spelling is wrong. Yeah, now it's correct. Is equal to use state. So by default quantity will be 1. and let me copy the code for variant. So here the variant, and the function is set variant. So by default the variant will be small. Control S. So that's it, guys. Now for the two selection list we have to apply this variable. So for the first selection list we have to apply the variant, and for the second selection list we have to apply the quantity. So this is the first one, this is the second one. So this is the first one. Let me apply value is equal to variant, and I'll write on change equal to arrow function, we'll take the e as parameter, and set variant e dot target dot value. That's it. And now for the quantity also we have to write the same thing. Value is equal to quantity, on change is equal to set quantity e dot target dot value. That's it. So now with the help of the quantity variable and the variant we can get the price. So you just need to get the price of the variant, and we need to multiply it with the selected quantity. So first of all I'll write one h1 text here, h1 price, and here I will calculate it. So to get the price of the selected variant you just need to write pizza of 0 of variant. Selected variant is present in the variant variable into quantity. That's it, guys. It's very simple. So let me check the output, refresh the page. So here we got an error, cannot read small of undefined. So I think I have not mentioned curly braces. I have already mentioned const variant is equal to set variant small. So where is the error? Variant on change is equal to e dot target dot value. So here I forgot to write the prices array because the prices is present in this structure. So let me show you the format. So we have to write pizzas dot prices. So then only we'll get the output. So I forgot to write the prices, pizza dot prices of 0. Prices. Now it should work. Yeah, here you can see we got the price. So the price is 200 if the variant is small and the quantity is 1. Let me change it variant to the medium. Here you can see price changed automatically. If I change the large, it will be changed to 400. So let me change the quantity also. I'll check 2. Here you can see the quantity is updated automatically and price also updated. So now let me add the add to cart button in the another div. So here I'll create the button. For this button I will apply the class name as btn, and I will write the text as add to cart. Control S. So the button is created successfully. Now I will add the styling for this button. Index.css .btn. I'll apply the color, background color as red important, and I will apply the text color as white important. Let me check the output. So here you can see we got the price and the add to cart button. So now we got everything in the pizza component. So now let's start styling this pizza component. First of all, let me add the margins for all these divs. So for this div I am going to apply the margin M1, that means M10, margin 10. Here also class name is equal to margin 10, and I am going to apply the width as 100% for both the divs. Width 100%, Control S, and here also I am going to apply the margin. So let me check the output first. So we got the add to cart button and we also got the price. So let me add the styling for the selection list also. So for the selection list, I am going to apply the class name as form control. Form control. Here also form control. So form control is the bootstrap classes for the form elements. Form control. So here you can see we got the output. Now let me decrease it. So in the index.css, first of all I am going to remove the box shadow. For selection list, I am going to remove box shadow none. Important, and I am going to write the border color as black. Black important. And let me add the margins. So you can add the margins using the class names only. And for the both the divs, I am going to apply margin is equal to M1. Here also I am going to apply margin is equal to M1. That means margin 10. So the margin applied successfully. So now I am going to apply the margin for entire div. So if you want to apply the margin for entire div, you just need to add the margin in the home page. So I am going to decrease the width of the pizza component. So you can add the padding here. P3, padding 30. Let me refresh it. And let me apply the margin for the child div. Class name is equal to M3. So it's not applying. So let's apply in the direct pizza component only. So this is pizza component, and here I am going to write the class name is equal to M3 or M5. First of all, let's try with M3. So I don't know why the margin is not applying. Yeah, it's applied little bit. Let me change it to M5. Yeah, now it's looking good. So if you want to apply the margin more than 50, you need to write the style property. So let me apply margin more than 50. Margin, I'll apply 100 px. Control X. Yeah, now it's looking much better. So now I will add the bootstrap shadow for these divs. So bootstrap shadow. So the margins and paddings are up to your purpose only. So you can add like your wish. So copy the bootstrap shadow and paste it here. Class name, Control S. So here you can see, like this way we can get the products. So if you want to decrease the margin also, you can decrease. So or if you want to increase, you can increase. So 80, 100 is much high. Let me change it to 70 or 80. Yeah, 70 is much better. So if you open the window in mobile screen also, you can see it. So you can see 70 is good. And now let me add the price tag styling. So for the price, let me add some margin top, because you can see the price and add to cart should be side by side. And where is price tag? Here. I'll apply class name is equal to MT1, margin top 1 is enough, that means 10 pixels margin top. And I will apply the RS. So after the price, I am going to write the currency RS. Yeah, that's it. So in the next lecture, we are going to create the model for the product description and the product big image. So you can see if I click on any product or pizza, so you can get this model. So the name, image and the description. So if I click the second one, here you can see this is the description image. You can close it. So in the next lecture we are going to create that model. Thank you. Welcome back guys. In this lecture we are going to create the model for the product information or product description. So let me show you the demo in the deployed version. So this is the deployed version. So if you click on any pizza, you will get the details of the product or pizza. So already we are having these details in the home screen only. So the only extra details we will get is description, and we'll get the bigger image. So this is the advantage of using this model. So in this pizza we are having only one line description and we got the bigger image. And if I click on it, so you can see, so the name is Margarita and this is the big image of the pizza and this is the information. And in the model we are having the two buttons. This is the cross button which is used for the closing purpose, and it is also we are having one button which is used for the closing purpose. So to create this model we are going to use the React Bootstrap model. So React Bootstrap is also one of the npm package which will give the styled components. So first of all let me import the React Bootstrap, terminate the job, and npm install React Bootstrap, press enter. So now open the React Bootstrap documentation for the model. React Bootstrap model. So click on the first website. So React Bootstrap model is very simple. So you will get the model header, model body, and the last one is model footer. So you just need to copy this and paste it in our component. So let me restart it, npm start, and now in the pizza.js paste this. So here I am going to paste it. So now let's see the demo of the Bootstrap model in the React Bootstrap documentation only. So we have copied this code and this is only design code. If you want to get the JavaScript code also, you will get it here. So this is the code for launching model. So later I will explain this code. First of all I will show you the demo. So if you click on the button, you will get the model like this. So this is the model heading, model body, and these are the buttons which are used for the operations. So this is the close button. That's it. So let me explain you this code. First of all we are having one button. So after clicking this button, this model will be launched. So to launch this model we have one prop which is called as the show. So this is the prop for this model. So if show is equal to true, we'll get the model. If show is equal to false, we'll hide the model. So that's the reason we are having these variables, const show, set show. So initially it is false, that means the model will be hidden. So whenever the button is clicked, the handle show function will be executed. So in the handle show function we are changing the set show to the true. Here you can see handle show, set show is equal to true. And for the close button we are executing the handle close. So in this handle close we are executing the function set show is equal to false. So that's it. It is very simple. So for the model we are using one prop which is called as the show, and for that show we have to use true or false. Initially it is false and we have to change it to the true. So let me copy these three variables. So the first one is variable and remaining two are the functions. So copy at the top. Yeah. So now I am going to use this show variable for the model. So here I am going to write show is equal to show, Control S. So we'll get some errors, I think so, because we haven't imported model. So here you can see model and button are not imported. So I am not going to use the React Bootstrap buttons. I am going to use only Bootstrap buttons only. So remove these two buttons. So in the model footer, create only one button. Button, class name will be btn and the value will be close. Control S. Now we have to import only model from the React Bootstrap. So here we can import it. Import model from React Bootstrap, Control S. So it's compiling. Let me check whether we have any errors or not. So you can see there are no errors. So now we have to launch the model. When we have to launch the model, so whenever we click on the pizza, we have to launch the model. So in the entire div, if you click on the image, we have to launch the model. So instead of image, we can apply the on click for the entire div also. You can apply to anything. And let me write the code for launching the model. So I will place the h1 text and image in one div. That means if you click on the h1 text or if you click on the image, the model will be launched automatically. So copy the image code and the h1 code and place these two things in a separate div, or we can call it as the container. That's it. And for this div, I am going to write the on click function, on click handle show, Control S. So now let me click the button. So we didn't got the model. Let's check the errors. So if here on click C is capital, and here also for the close button also we have to write the on click function, on click handle close. Handle close. That's it, Control S. So now to open the model, we need to click on the image, and to close the model, we need to click on the close button. That's it. Let me format the document, Control S. So now let's click on the image. So again we didn't got the model. Let's check the error. So here you can see, if you observe, we have imported the model.dialog. So we should not use this dialog. We have to use only model. So remove this dialog from here, and in the bottom also you have to remove it. That's it guys, Control S. Now it should work. Here you can see the server has restarted successfully. So now let me click on any image. Here you can see now we got the model, and we also got the close button. So the close is also working fine. So here you can see we got this into image, close button. This is the header, this is the body, and this is the footer. So if you don't get this close button, you have to use the property as close button for the model header. So you will get that button. So that's it. Now let me modify the content in the model header. So in the model title, I am going to write pizza name, pizza.name, Control S. Let's check. So here you can see we got the pizza name. If you click on it, you can see we got the name. Now bottom of that we have the body. In that body, let me display the image. So remove this p, img, src is equal to pizza.img, not img, it's image, pizza.image, Control S. So here you can see we got the image also. If you click on it, we'll get the image like this. So here I am going to write the styling for the image. Remove this alt, style. So we have to use two curly braces. Height equal to, I'll apply 300 pixels. 300 px. And width is also 300 pixels. Control X. Now let's check it. So it's not working. Let me apply the important tags. Important. Here also I'll write important. Control S. Now it should work. Again it is not working. So the image height is same only. Let me check it. So here instead of applying the width, you just need to remove width and change the height to 400. So before we have only 300. let me write like this. So remove the width property and apply only height. Control S, and here apply the class as img fluid for the image. Img fluid. Now it should work. Yeah, now if I click on it, here you can see we got the big image. If we click on these also, we'll get the big image. And bottom of the image, we have to add the description. So in the p tag, you just need to add the description. P. It's also very simple. Pizza.description. That's it. Control S. Here you can see now we got the description, and in the footer we also got the close button. So that's it guys. So we just need to import the bootstrap, React Bootstrap model, and here we should focus on these elements, handle close and the handle show. So initially it is hidden, that means show is equal to false. If we click on the image or the text, we will get the show is equal to true, and at the footer we will having the closing button, and at the header also we will have the closing button denoted by the cross symbol. So let me check the footer for all the things. Here you can see footer is working fine. Here also it's working fine. For the last also it is working fine. So thank you guys.